really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media, but what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequence.
It's one thing for a celebrity breakup to get messy, but what's happening between Iman Shumpert and Teyana Taylor has officially crossed the line from private heartbreak to a full-blown public war. And this time, Iman is not holding back. In fact, he's using words so strong, so unfiltered, that fans are wondering if there's even a way back from this. His exact words? Lock her up. Yeah, you heard that right. The man who once called Teyana his soulmate is now calling for her to face jail time. But here's where it gets even more disturbing. This isn't just about money, cheating rumors, or custody. No, it's about something far more emotional, far more devastating. Because at the center of this entire storm is their young daughter, who recently made a statement so heartbreaking, so raw, that it left even the most loyal fans stunned. And if you thought this was just another celebrity spat, wait until you hear the details. This is a story about love turned to rage, accusations that could change lives forever, and a little girl caught in the middle of it all. It started quietly, almost too quietly, in the weeks after Teyana and Iman officially confirmed their split. For a while, both seemed determined to keep things civil. Teyana posted cryptic Instagram captions about healing and moving on, while Iman focused on his projects and kept his social media squeaky clean. But behind the scenes, tensions were boiling. Lawyers were meeting, custody arrangements were being discussed, and, according to insiders, accusations were already being thrown around. The problem? Those accusations didn't stay behind closed doors for long. Things exploded when a leaked court document began making the rounds online. The document, allegedly part of their ongoing custody battle, revealed that Iman had raised serious concerns about Teyana's parenting, concerns that went far beyond the usual disagreements between exes. But what made it truly shocking was a section describing something their daughter had reportedly told a third party. This wasn't just about late bedtimes or too much screen time. No, the statement hinted at emotional neglect, at moments when their daughter felt scared, unheard, and, in her words, left alone when I needed her. It was the kind of thing no child should ever have to say, and when fans read it, the reaction was immediate. The internet split in two. Some defended Teyana, saying kids can be dramatic or misinterpret situations. But others, they were horrified. And one person who was definitely horrified? Iman Shumpert. From that moment on, it was like a switch flipped. The usually composed, media-trained Iman was gone. In his place was a furious father who had no intention of staying quiet. He started making pointed comments on social media, calling out people who pretend to be perfect parents online but leave chaos at home. At first, he didn't name names, but everyone knew who he was talking about. And then came the moment that set the internet on fire. During a heated interview outside the courthouse, a paparazzo shouted a question about Teyana's response to the allegations. Iman didn't hesitate. He looked straight into the camera, and with a voice shaking not from fear, but from rage, he said, "I don't care who you are, if you hurt my kid, you should be in jail. Period. Lock her up." That clip went viral in minutes. Fans were reposting it with captions like, "I can't believe he said this about his ex-wife, and this just got real." Some applauded him for defending his daughter at all costs. Others accused him of trying to destroy Teyana's career out of spite. But either way, the damage was done. Those three words, "lock her up," were now permanently tied to Teyana Taylor's name in the court of public opinion. And here's where things get even more intense. According to insiders close to the situation, Iman's outburst wasn't just for the cameras. Sources claim that he's actively pushing his legal team to pursue criminal charges against Teyana based on his daughter's statement. Now, for that to even be considered, there would have to be some kind of investigation into her conduct as a parent. And that's exactly what's reportedly happening behind the scenes right now. If that's true, it means this isn't just a messy divorce anymore. This is a potential criminal case. But let's rewind for a second. How did two people who once seemed inseparable get here? Remember, Teyana and Iman's love story was once seen as one of the rare celebrity fairy tales. They were the couple who laughed together on reality TV, the couple who shared intimate behind-the-scenes moments with fans, the couple who seemed to genuinely have each other's backs. When they had their daughter, the bond looked even stronger. They'd post family photos, gush about parenting, and make it seem like they were in it for the long haul. Which is exactly why fans are so shocked now. Because this isn't just a breakup. This is a total collapse, and it's happening in the most public, painful way possible. The heartbreak really sank in when more details about the daughter's statement started circulating online. A family friend, speaking anonymously, described how the little girl reportedly broke down in tears while talking to a court-appointed evaluator. She allegedly said things like, "Daddy listens to me more and sometimes mommy's too busy to see I'm sad." It's the kind of statement that could be taken in many ways. Maybe it's a child's perception, maybe it's a deeper issue, but to a father who already had doubts, it was enough to set off alarms. And to Iman, this wasn't something that could be ignored or brushed aside. Teyana's camp, of course, has a completely different version of events. Her reps have been quick to push back, calling the allegations wildly exaggerated, and insisting that Teyana is a loving, attentive mother. They've also hinted that Iman's sudden aggression might have more to do with winning full custody than with genuine concern. But the problem for Teyana is that the public mood is unpredictable. Even if every word of her team's statement is true, the emotional impact of hearing a child say they felt neglected is huge, and in today's social media culture, perception often matters more than fact. Things took another turn when fans began digging into Teyana's recent behavior. They pulled up old interviews where she talked about juggling her career and motherhood, some of which included her admitting that she sometimes struggled to balance it all. They found Instagram lives where she looked distracted or stressed while her kids were in the background. None of this proves anything, of course, but in the court of public opinion, every little clip, every quote, gets turned into evidence. Meanwhile, Iman has doubled down. He's been spotted leaving meetings with his legal team, looking dead serious. He's reportedly been gathering witness statements from people who've seen interactions between Teyana and their daughter. And behind the scenes, whispers are growing louder that if this goes to trial, it could get ugly. Not just for their family, but for Teyana's entire public image. And through all of this chaos, one thing keeps getting lost in the noise: their daughter. She's the innocent one in the middle of this storm, the one who didn't ask for any of it. Imagine being her age, scrolling through social media or overhearing conversations at school and seeing your parents' names plastered across blogs and gossip pages. She's not just hearing whispers from strangers. She's watching the headlines pile up, hearing the tone in people's voices, and sensing the tension that hangs heavy in the air whenever both of them are in the same room. To a child, it doesn't matter whose side is right. All she sees are the cracks forming in the two people she's always believed would be her safest place. And that's the real tragedy here. Because no matter what the truth is, no matter who eventually gets vindicated in the public eye, there's already been a loss. It's not measured in court filings or in the number of likes on an Instagram post. It's measured in trust, in stability, in that feeling of home that every kid needs. Every heated interview, every angry subtweet, every leaked piece of evidence chips away at that foundation. And once it's gone, it's nearly impossible to get it back. The question now is, how far is Iman really willing to take this? His "lock her up" comment might have sounded like an off-the-cuff burst of anger, the kind of thing people say when emotions are boiling over. But what if it wasn't just a heat-of-the-moment threat? What if, deep down, this is the path he's decided on? If that's the case, we could be looking at a complete implosion of whatever fragile piece they had left. Because once you introduce legal action, once you bring in lawyers, courtrooms, and official records, there's no easy way to walk that back. If Iman really takes this toward criminal charges, Teyana won't stay quiet. She's not the type to sit back and take the hits. She'll either go on the attack and drop her own bombshells, or stay silent and risk looking guilty in the court of public opinion. The polite co-parenting days are gone. Now it's about pride, reputation, and survival. Every post, every sighting, every cryptic story is another move in a high-stakes game they can't afford to lose. This isn't just a fight anymore. It's war, and the whole world is watching.